All right, so this is the strike tap drill, and we'll show you some techniques here. So first, the strike tap looks like that. I'm tapping to the wall, trying to open him up to finish him. So there is an opportunity to catch and possibly disarm as well. Here, I'm trying to slide in and squeeze these two knuckles. I'm trying to pinch them so that this grip comes loose. And then I'm just going to take this, smash. So from the catch, it just looks like that. I'm just sliding down to grab the thumb and the index finger, squeezing so the thumb and index finger open up, squeezing at the knuckle on the side of the stick. From here, squeezing, hitting, and finish. Right there to the finish. Okay, from there you could go around like this, bring this around like this. It's another great finish in this position. Just take them down. Elbow grabbing, the palm is up, trying to be just above the elbow. But when we're ready for the catch, we just slide on down. We're going to use the four fingers against the thumb and squeeze with the thumb anchored on the other side. Pulling that thumb loose, hook with the butt of the weapon. Use a step back in the body mechanics to make sure even if he's a big old strong guy, we're going to rip it right out. From there, I'm going to take this squeezed wrist right over the back of his head. I'm going to pummel him all the way down to the ground. Bring the hand on the inside, blade above the arm. Trying to cut the arm while checking the inside. The purpose of that is here. I want to come to the inside. I probably could disarm him with just snaking the hand, but I feel like just disarming him at the shoulder here. Just take this whole thing and crank it up, crank it up, crank it up, whatever you like. So I'm sliding in, my hand is wedging behind the hand and the stick, and I'm just going to use a pistol grip disarm, where I'm going to snap my hand to my chest and punch the stick with my knuckle. Boom. Pulling the hand to my body, cracking the ribs, and then I'm going to grind that, maybe even pin him while I strike. So number 3 strike. So this is off the number 3 from the walls. I'm just grabbing here. In this case, I'm just going to grab it and shove it in my armpit. I'm going to peel this hand off while I pull my elbow down like a chicken wing. Pops right out that way. And I'm going to punch him. Watik, finish. Come in, break some ribs, hit some knees, whatever you like. So catching the number 3, I'm wrapping my hand all the way around. I'm not using my thumb, just fingers. And I'm going to use my pistol grip with the thumb on the inside of the stick. And I'm just going to make circles. Boom. Right there. Bam. Bam. Hit those legs while they're twisted up. Got a good chance of taking them down real quick. Bam. I'm just going to hit it like this again. So the first one looks like this. The second one looks like that. All right. So 5. Go ahead and grab it real quick. So back to 5 and 6. So I'm just getting out of the way, making a wall, making a wall, making a wall. Bam, bam, bam. Whew. Have a little fun. Alright, so with the Passaggio, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, the numbers are relative to the drill. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 looks like that. Okay, now to see that in slow motion, we're coming in here, hooking, no thumb, just hooking the hand so it touches some of the stick, some of the hand, and then we're going to rip this across the body using the belly as a fulcrum. Boom. This is not necessarily good against a blade, although it can be done against a thick blade with the flat edge of the blade. But with an impact weapon like a stick or a piece of pipe, no problem. Okay? So the 1 again is here, here, boom. Just ripping it out. Number 2 1, 2. Now, this one is not bad for just snaking here and just ripping it out. Bam, bam, bam. Now, number 3 is 1, 2, and 3. Now here, you might want to go through and then bring it back against the body. Just ripping it against the leg. But again, no grabbing with the thumb. We're just hooking it and pulling it back real fast against the body. So one more time on that one. 1, 2, 3. But pulling it against the body. Using that no grabbing technique is very fast for disarming. Next is the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, smashing it against my body. If I get this opportunity to check the elbow, I'm coming in, coming in, coming in. Start off now at the basic duck api puño drill. With duck api puño, it's about capture and hit, right? So my capture here is actually to just grab the stick, and then I'm going to step across while he's still pulling his hand that way. Go ahead. I'm ripping it this way. Bam, 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 bam. So you have a reverse grip you can use for all kinds of stuff. Hitting, hitting, hitting. Coming in. You can even use it to choke. Okay? We'll show you that one from another angle. So let's go through we'll go through the whole drill for you. So it's my thrust, punch, hit, his thrust, punch, hit. Thrust, punch, hit, thrust, punch, hit. Okay? Now, with thrust, I'm going to grab it and rip it out, come back at him from over here. Okay, next is the punch, my punch, 1, 2. If I can slap right here, punch, and knock it right out. Again, hit, hit, hit. Just pinning this while I hold on to him, or I can bring it out. Bam, bam. Try other things. Those are good. So against my punch, my thrust, my punch, I'm slapping right in here while punching down. Boom. Right into him. How about an arm bar if you like? Boom. Another option here. Tie him up like this. A lot of fun things you can do. Bam, bam. Okay, the next will be against the downward hit, which would classically be my hit. So I go thrust, punch, down. Now this is right out of the form. I'm actually just pinning this to my body and just holding and hitting. Now the one option is to squeeze that and bring it against his body. That could work sometimes too, but the main thing is pinning and hitting. So we'll show it on the other side. My thrust, punch, hit, and from here, you see I'm just holding this, bam, bam, beating him to a bloody pulp as much as I can. But at that point, you could use this, bring it across his body, boom, into an arm bar, takedown, anything you like. Now, we'll just stay on this side, and the next is against his thrust. So we'll start with my thrust, and I'll end on his thrust with the catch. So it's thrust, down, and here, we're going to catch the stick, but we're going to punch into his hand at the wrist. We do the stick normally, but we're going to use the forearm, and I'm going to pull this out at the same time. Boom. Now, the nice thing there, I can use the butt of the weapon to clear it, check his elbow, come in for finishing blows. He who controls the elbow controls the warrior. So same thing on this side. It's my thrust, punch, down his thrust, boom. I'm turning my body to get out of the way, catching it here, punching and twisting. Boom. Clear that. Boom. Get in here. We'll take it easy on the knee. Okay, next we'll just start with his thrust. We'll go to his punch. So it's parry. Oh, sorry, I'll let it go. Go into your punch. And I catch here. Catching on the stick, ripping it across, punch, thrust, finish, however you like. Okay, so on the other angle. Again, it's his thrust, punch, and then I'm ripping it out by stepping off to the side, punch, thrust, punch, hit, whatever you like. Okay. Now one last one. Let's start from right here a little bit. Okay, so it's going to be thrust, punch, and his hit. Thrust, punch, and hit. This one, I'm coming around. Let's turn here where they can do it. Coming around, just snaking a reverse snake, where my arm is at a right angle and his arm is straight. And when I do this, I just flick it, elbow up, fingers down, boom. And I throw it right at you guys. And then you'll notice I've come in and captured this as well. So I have that control. Lots of fun things we can do right here as well. So I'll show you that from the other angle as well. Again, it's going to be his thrust, punch, and down. I'm going to step off to the side. Again, I'll turn so you can see it. You can see how I've pinned this here. I'm flicking the elbow up, fingertips down, boom. Just catch that hand and rip it around while you hit him, whatever you want to do. So those are the disarms from duck copy pin. So what we're going to do next is the subordinate hand drill. The drill that this comes from would be like heaven and earth or 6 count, depending on what systems you train in. But the difference here is with the stick and the empty hand, you're going to learn how to train the left hand, which is the real threat. So we're just going to go through it slow. So you should see how this looks a lot like your heaven and earth type pattern. And we can catch at any point of the stick. So this would be the 1. I bring it in here. I try to hit before I disarm and during the disarm and after. Okay, looking at the next one. Okay, here we catch on top, bam. We can go ahead and hit him. Go through here like this, getting the sticks parallel, and then just chamber your stick. Again, we're going to get ready to check him, finish. Third one will be down here. I'm wedging my hand in, bringing this across, bringing my leg up. Or just pop it right out. Here, bam, break the ribs, do takedowns, finish them however you like. Now, the other thing we have to consider is the subordinate hand doesn't have to just go for the stick. It can always grab the hand. So we check the next hit, bam, hit him, hit him, hit him. We just stun him before that other weapon even becomes a threat, right? Boom. Finish. Okay, so that's the subordinate hand drill. Okay, next one. Right here, we can just hit him. Bring it right through and disarm. Third one right here, bring it up. So what we're going to look at now is the captures and possibly some disarm techniques from break-in, break-out. The concept of break-in is to get to the inside, which is anything between your opponent's weapon hands. That's the inside. Everything else outside of these hands, all the way behind them, is the outside. Obviously, being outside of this zone where the guy's, all of his strikes can come at you is better for you, right? But we don't always get that choice. And if I do get to the inside, all the vital targets are there. So that's the reason we like the inside sometimes. But let's just take a look at it. We're just going to use our basic sparring volley, which starts here. 1, 2, 3. Just 3 hits to start off sparring. And when you look at it, if I go against the 3, the 1, 2, 3, that's my opportunity to break in. So I'll show it to you slow. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm checking here, and then I turn this so I know that his stick is going to go over my head. I'm also shuffling into this and rolling and catching. Now here, I can just use the puño to disarm, boom, and rip it right out, get inside, finish him. But what we might try to do there more than anything is break in and get to here and then hold the stick so we can take the inside, bam, and finish it. Okay, now the number 1 is where we're going to find the breakout. There, I'm now on the outside, boom, just by the same but opposite, right? So let's go in slow. We're coming here. When I hit the stick, I'm making sure that the tip is going to go over my head, and then I'm coming in with wrapping my forearm around and pinning this. Boom. I can check the elbow here, use my body on it, go into hits, or I can just hold it here, bam, bam, or check here, bam, bam, bam. So those are the basics of break in and break out. There's a lot of other options. One of the things when we do the drill, we recommend that you choke up on the puño because there's an opportunity to rake somebody's face here. We don't want to accidentally do that in class. Well, that'll teach you on the low end about some differences in the catching. So when you look at this strike here, well, if I'm grabbing here, I might go back to this one you learned in duck up a puño, right? But the puño is not there, I can't use that. So if I go 1, 2, there's no puño here. Okay? So then I can't do this one that you guys learned in the subordinate hand drill. So instead I'm going to take this, I'm going to shove it into my armpit. Now the nice thing here is with just tightening my arms, that comes out. You see? So no puño on those low strikes. You see the low strike? See, there's nothing there to check. I'm going to go to the opposite side of the body and just pin it. Sometimes you might have to pull it off. If he has puño, we can go back to this one that you learned earlier, using your leg or his leg to disarm, things like that. But those are the basics. The main thing I want you to see here, break out, straight in. So 1, 2, break in, and then 1, 2, 3, break out to the outside. Alright, there you have it. I'm also going to show you the moves of the break in, break out drill. We're not going to do the whole partner drill aspect, but just so you can kind of see the basic moves as a reminder. So it starts out from here, I'm doing the sparring volley. 1, 2, 3, I'm going to break in, trying to capture. I'm going to break out, trying to pin. I'm going to hit, and I'm going to hit. I'm going to do it again. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you just repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's break in, break out.